Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kalica and you're probably going to want to try turning it off and on again before calling tech support after watching this video. Manager. Company policy is we do not pay for overtime. Tech. Sure. Okay. Whatever. Sometimes as a consultant, you get to see how an office functions from an outsider perspective. Since you are an independent contractor, the company treats you differently than an employee. Also, just due to the nature of contract work, your engagement is usually short-term. This makes you a temporary fixture and sometimes you're treated as just a fly on the wall, like you don't exist. And this can lead to some interesting observations, including seeing train wrecks in progress. This is one of those tales. Not so much about the nuts and bolts of tech support, but more about the people and some good old-fashioned just desserts. The background. As a consultant, you're always going to be the IT guy, whether you like it or not. No matter how you market your services, every single company is going to assume you can do anything with a computer. And when business is slow, this is not necessarily a bad thing if you just need some work. About 10 years ago, I found myself in a situation. I got an inquiry through my website asking about assistance deploying some workstations and other mundane tasks. Usually, I would pass on this kind of work, but it was winter and the other client work was dry that month. A guy still has to pay the bills, so I followed up, and within a day, the scope of work was signed. Easy stuff. The company had its own IT department, but just needed some extra hands. I was going to be one of 3 outside contractors that would deploy some workstations, do some server admin work, and set up some other equipment for a new department. The money wasn't the best, but it was time I had free, and it was all swing shift work, meaning no traffic and I get to sleep in. Not bad. The first day. I report as requested about 3 PM and talk to our contact. He was a senior engineer in charge of part of the IT department there, saying he really doesn't have time to do anything more than a quick introduction as they are slammed with work. He shows us the ropes and leaves us to it. Between 3 of us, we break down the specialties and parse out the work. Everyone knows this is a cakewalk of a job and wants to just get it done fast, and the pay was flat rate. I take the server work and see my contact who was the system administrator. Figuring he was probably gone for the day as it was mid-evening, I was just going to leave him a note asking him to call me. But to my surprise, he's at his desk. In fact, just about everyone in the IT department are milling around. I didn't think much of it at the time, just that it was one busy department and the guys must be pulling double shifts. He shows me the systems and I get to work. Around midnight, we're wrapping up for the night and the 3 of us break down what we have left with the senior engineer who's still on site. The plan is to wait until Friday night to deploy the workstations and get everything in place. The senior engineer says most of his team will probably be there all weekend anyhow, so it doesn't matter to him. I left thinking, man, that is a busy place. Those guys must really be pulling down the overtime. I wonder what's going on that they have so much work, as I walked out the door that night. Soon enough, I would find out the deal. Friday night. Head to the worksite a little early on Friday, figuring if we all pull a long night, we should be able to wrap it up and get our weekend back. Things are going great, and we're ahead of schedule, so the senior engineer offers to take us out to a local diner while we wait for the office to close up, so we can deploy workstations without tripping over people. And at the diner, the senior engineer says, I want to thank you guys for all your hard work. We're all overworked, and when we got approval to contract out this job, everyone was excited. I said, hey, glad to be of service. Look like you guys are crazy busy. Is everyone pulling doubles and doing weekends to handle your ticket load? Oh, we're understaffed, so we all have to pull extra hours. Well, that sucks, but must be some great overtime. Overtime? Not really. We're all salaried, some loophole or something. We just put in the time because we all need the job right now. The conversation trailed off from there, but it left me thinking. In this state, most IT workers are eligible for overtime as a matter of law. There's no loopholes like that. Something isn't right. Back at the worksite. I'm in the network closet with the systems administrator hooking up some ports and finishing the server work. He's a friendly guy, so we start chatting. I was talking to your buddy and it seems like you guys work insane hours here. I was trying to fish for a little information. Oh yeah, it's been like this for a year. 60 hours is a light week these days. It is absolute bull. Yeah, the other guy said you don't get overtime. He laughs. That's what the boss tells us. Let me show you something. He pulls up an email exchange he had with his manager. It's dated about 10 months ago and makes the very point I thought the entire department should be getting overtime and the law requires it. His boss's response is in bold and caps and it was, it is company policy to not pay any overtime. Working more than 40 hours is part of the job. Deal with it or find another place to work. Then the SA smirks and shows me the response to his boss. Sure. Okay. Whatever. His emphasis. And that was the end of the exchange. I said, look, I'm not a lawyer, but you might want to call up the Labour Department. I'm pretty sure it's illegal for you not to be getting overtime. Then, to my surprise, the SA pulls up another email from his personal account. Oh, it's blatantly illegal. I asked a lawyer and this was his response. He showed me a memo explaining the law and that most likely a lawsuit would be successful. That was dated about 9 months ago. So I'm confused. So you guys know you should be getting overtime, but not getting paid, and everyone is just okay with that? He says we all make sure to log all of our hours and document the time. I'm still confused. But you still aren't actually getting paid overtime? No, but we will. Here's the kicker. According to the lawyer, the Labour Department will look back at the hours we put in for the last 12 months and award us retroactive overtime. So all of us just log our time and keep records, then in about a month we're all going to file a claim together. The company is going to be on the hook for all of that overtime, and they won't be allowed to fire any of us for reporting them either. Then the coup de grace. We all figured when this whole thing started, if we pressed the point back then, they would just figure out a way to screw us. So we all just decided to stay quiet, put in the time they tell us to work, and we'll get our bonus check when it's all said and done if this stuff is all backdated. Damn, that is some stone cold strategizing. How many hours do you think you guys have piled up? It's hard to tell. Everyone keeps their own paper logs to keep it quiet. We also don't talk about it too much so nothing gets out, but last time we met outside of work it was a boatload of time. I figure for myself they'll owe me about 13 to 14 months of salary and overtime when it's all said and done. Add up damages, penalties, interest, it'll probably total almost 2 years of pay. Holy. So if the guys won't talk about it and they seem eager to work all these long hours, now you know why. We finished up the job that night. I exchanged contact information with a few guys and said if they had any other contract work to think about giving me a call. That was it. Until 3 months later. I'm at another job and I see an email coming from the systems administrator. The subject line, overtime claim. Hey IT guy, hope you're doing well. We all ended up filing a big overtime claim with the state and the company fired us for supposedly falsifying our timesheets. The lawyer's sorting it all out. But anyway, I wanted to know if I could give your name to an investigator who's looking for witnesses to verify some of the extra hours we worked. Some details followed. I agreed to talk to the investigator and got a call about a week later. He asked me some routine questions about times and dates and wanted me to email him over some proof I did the job. Then he started going into details of the case. We got this company for probably $1 million in overtime and damages between all the guys in the department, plus the firing is probably illegal, so that's going to be another few $100,000 on top of it. The insurance company wants to settle, and once we wrap up the due diligence work, I think these guys are all going to make it out rather nicely. I didn't hear anything for a while, until another email came in from the systems administrator. Subject line, overtime claim. Just want to let you know we settled the whole thing. Company caved pretty quick once it was clear we kept honest logs of our time and the local management violated parent company regulations for the sake of making their site budget look better. Can't go into details, but we all got sizable checks. Enough to pay off some loans and go back to school. I'll have to find a new job, but after I get my grad degree, that shouldn't be an issue. Appreciate you talking to the investigators. Thanks, IT guy. There's one in every office, and even if you leave IT, you can never escape them. I started a new job in January that is not IT. Yay, I'm finally free after 10 years in IT. Nope. As I'm the most IT knowledgeable around the virtual office, I'm the guy everyone goes to with issues. Not so bad. Office is full of young go-getters who grew up with the internet. Their Google foo is spot on. Except one. There's always going to be one person in every office who is massively incompetent with computers. I have many stories with this person. Here's one that literally just happened. Some part of a regular function we do every day isn't working properly. The manager sends an email telling everyone it's not working, and here's a way around it for now until it's working again. He'll inform us when it's fixed. 2 minutes later, I get a call from her, saying it's not working. I asked if she followed manager's new instructions. She says, yeah, and it's not working. Remote to her machine, ask her to show me where it's failing. She proceeds to do things the normal, currently broken way. Okay, did you see the manager's email? He said it was broken. Well, why is it broken? Don't worry about that, just do it the new way for now. I proceed to walk her through it because the email confuses her. I'm about to hang up and she drops the line, So, is this the way we're supposed to do it now? Yes, but only until he says it's fixed. Until what's fixed? The old way of doing things. So I can do it the old way now? No, not until it's fixed. When will it be fixed? Actually, he just sent an email saying it's working fine now. Just a small glitch. You can go back to the old way. Then why did we do it this new way? Because because it was broken? What? So it's fixed now? Which way am I doing it? Yes, it's fixed. You can go back to the old way. So what about this new way? Okay, forget all about the new way. Don't worry about anything. It's all fixed now. Delete his email. Forget we even had this conversation. Just keep doing it the old way, the proper way. Why does the manager try and confuse us like this? Oh my freaking god. My mouse is broken. I need a new one. Bring it to me now. It was a usual day at the office, doing some tickets and answering calls. I got a call from a woman maybe in her mid to late 20s, if I remember correctly. Hello, IT support here. How can I help you? My mouse doesn't work and I need a new one ASAP. Okay, you can get down and I'll give you one. No, I need you to bring it to me. I was like, what the hell? But sure, a little bit of walking wouldn't be so bad. Be right there, I said, and grabbed a new mouse and made my way up there. I knock on the door, walk in, looking at her. 2 monitors, mouse on the left one, she's trying to move it to the right one. I just stand there and look as she is forcefully trying to break the wall between the monitors. Thank you, give me the mouse please, I know how to plug it in. Okay, don't laugh, no matter what you do, just don't laugh and stay professional. Can I just show you something? It's clearly broken, look. Uses more force moving the mouse. Doesn't go over there. 1 second, please. Right click, moving the monitor from left to right. You just had the settings wrong. No, I did not. I never touched the setting. And she tries moving the mouse. How did you fix that? I just showed you. Show me again. Show her again. What did you do? I just showed you. Okay, never mind. Bye. Bye. Me leaving with the new mouse, trying not to laugh while going back to IT. Can you just show me what that is? I've never done that before. This happened probably about 6 months ago at my Tier 1 tech support job for a financial firm, but I thought about it recently and wanted to share. I answered the phone from my team's support line, and a very sweet elderly woman called in for some assistance. Her issue she was having was actually very common and a simple fix. Our web app we use for internal compliance training only works in Chrome, and she was trying to use Internet Explorer. But what happened during our conversation astounded me. M is me and L is lady. Okay ma'am, I see the problem. Our training site will actually only work in Google Chrome, so you just need to copy and paste the training link into your Chrome browser. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you show me what that is? I've never done that before. I'm thinking she meant she never used Google Chrome. Oh sure, Google Chrome is an alternate web browser that's installed in all of our... Oh no dear, I know about Google Chrome. I meant the copy and paste. I've never done one of those before. She had no idea what I was talking about. I've ran into technologically illiterate users, but this was on another level. This woman has worked at our company in her position for 8 years. And I don't know how long she's been in the financial industry for total, but her position is high enough that it requires many years of previous experience to even get it in the first place. She has gone all of that time never using copy and paste. A big part of her job is to take massive amounts of data from million-plus line spreadsheets and compile it into digestible reports for our directors. She's been doing that for 8 years without copying and pasting anything. I went to show her how to do it using Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V, and she said that was too difficult. So I had to show her how to highlight, right-click and copy, and then right-click and paste in the spot you want it to go. Oh wow! That's super helpful. I will save so much time with this trick. Thank you, young man. But how much time has she already wasted? Okay, so that's all for r/Tales from Tech Support. I really hope you did enjoy it. As always, if you do want to see more content like this, then please do subscribe. My Twitter, Discord and Patreon links are in the description, and any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!